I'm the Harvest Moon Matchmaker. And by Harvest Moon, since there are multiple towns with the name Harvest Moon, I am the Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility specific matchmaker. The other towns have their own matchmakers, hence why I have to be more specific, because my job title is quite unique. But in the job description, basically what I'm going to be helping you with is I'm going to be helping you be sort of open up the door and introduce you to someone within the town, because even though this town is quite peaceful and tranquil, their people here are a bit shy when it comes to actually meeting one another and actually getting to know one another. Usually marriages here happen quite abruptly and out of nowhere, and that's just because when someone actually does have the courage to ask someone out, they usually let that intense impulse guide them into a quick marriage, which I myself wouldn't advise. But considering how easygoing and how lovely the town is, we typically have no problems when it comes to such rash decisions, because the personalities and characters within the town are very easy to get along with, no matter who you get matched up with. And I assume that you're here for that purpose, correct? I thought as much. People usually don't just stroll in here out of nowhere. They usually come here with a direct purpose, and kind of ashamed about it too, even though there's nothing to be ashamed about. I mean, you're just trying to look for someone that you can have company with for the purpose of being matched up with someone. And that is my job, so I'm going to be matching you up with one of the bachelors of the town. Unfortunately, I don't have a list for the bachelorettes quite yet, but I hope to get an update quite soon. But for right now, it'll just be for the bachelors of the town. Now, for the bachelors of the town, we only have 8 in this set list, unfortunately. There should be more coming in, but once again, we are unclear about that fact, so we only have 8 bachelors at the moment, all of them young, some of them with profession, some of them without profession. Once again, all the characters within the town are quite easygoing, so no matter who you get matched up with, it should be a smooth marriage. It should be a happy one. One where you can have one child, because you're only allowed one child. I mean, within Tree of Tranquility, it is kind of like China, where you can only have one child. And you can live your entire life with him staying at home while you tend to your farm. So it is quite a lovely life, to be honest. Now, there are some people who have quite a high-ranking profession. There are other people who don't. And either way, it doesn't really matter within this town. As long as the person is peaceful and coexists with the rest of the town, they have a means of supporting themselves. And that's all that matters, is that we all take care of one another, and then we all coexist peacefully with one another, making sure everyone has what they need. And that is quite a noble attribute about the town, so I'm happy that you moved here. So for the purpose of this matchmaking appointment, even though it's not technically an appointment, but it's okay if you don't have an appointment, it's still a slot that's open that you can use, I'm going to be listing off the name of the bachelor in question, his birthday, if he works, where he works, and whatever relatives live within the town, because obviously when you marry someone, you also have to consider their relatives, and also what he likes and what he dislikes, and what exactly you can bring him in order to gain his favor. Yes, the way you gain someone's favor in this town is that you repeatedly give them one thing that they like, or multiple things, but typically I tend to find one thing, because it is a bit difficult to find certain things within the town that they like. So you give them something repeatedly, and then after, I believe, 3 times, then they are yours. Actually, no, it's not 3 times. It's not that easy. It's actually quite a number of times, but it's still worth it in the end, because then you end up, having someone to spend your life with, and then having a child with, and it's just nice to have someone in the house while you farm. So I have my list of gentlemen here before me, and the first one up is a gentleman named Calvin. The photos of these gentlemen are going to be appearing right here, so that you can get to know what they look like as well. Now, Calvin, as you can note, has a sort of like Australian outback sort of look. He has no job, no family, so he probably came to this town without any roots, much like many of the people on this list. There is someone who is after him, pursuing him, that I do know of. Her name is Phoebe. She does have an eye put on this gentleman, but if you are interested, I'll put your name down on the list as well, and you can start pursuing him as well. Now, his birthday is winter, on the 14th day of winter. He lives in his own home, and his loves, or rather likes, are amber, spinel, crystal, egg sandwiches, egg soup, spice soup, tomato omelet, cheese omelet, seasoned egg, and a grape cocktail. I know that you can purchase grape cocktails. I'm not exactly sure if it's grape cocktails in specific, but I know that you can purchase cocktails in the inn that you found yourself in after you survived the storm that you crashed into town on. Now, he dislikes junk or failed dishes, chocolate bars rather, chocolate in general, bananas, failed soup, so any sort of failed cuisine you end up trying to cook for him. If you end up trying to give it to him, he will end up having a negative opinion of you, and if you had already established a sort of rapport with him where you gave him many things that he liked, if you end up giving him something that he doesn't like, that rapport will take a step back, and you'll end up, kind of progressing back to the start if you keep repeatedly giving him things that he doesn't like, which will obviously undo the work that you're trying to do. He also enjoys chocolate cakes, chocolate pudding, pudding in general, really, because including pumpkin pudding, banana pudding, chocolate pie, chocolate cookies, and shining bamboo sticks. And the way you get something that's shining is that something shining is of great quality. So if it's something good, then it's just, whatever, it's a normal thing, you just say it by its regular name. But if it's something shining, then that means it's really, really good, like a great quality stuff. The next person on our list is Chase. And Chase I also find quite attractive. He is quite an attractive character. He was born on the 23rd of spring. He works at the Sunday bar, the bar within the hotel, or rather inn, that you were staying at when you crashed onto our land. And you do have a rival if you choose him as well. Her name is Maya. Maya is also pursuing Chase, but once again, if you decide that you like Chase, then your name will be added onto my list, and you can also do your best to pursue Chase as well. Now, Chase likes shining bouillabaisse, marmalade, shark fins, stew, orange cakes, orange pies, shining menuries, can't pronounce that word, shining, can't read that word. Shining roasted herbs and orange juice. Those are the things that he likes as well. So if you give him any of these things, he will fall in love with you if you give it to him repeatedly. And his dislikes are iron ore, copper ore, silver ore, gold ore, rare ore, limestone, junk ore, iron, copper, silver, gold, rare metals, failed dishes, which is something that's recurrent within all of these gentlemen. If you give them a failed dish, they will not love you. The failed soup, all types of perfume, pickled turnip, pickled cabbage, pickled eggplant, and toadstool. But wait, there's more. He also doesn't like puntana root, bamboo shoots, shining bamboo shoots, fodder, or bird feed, which obviously would be problematic considering how you're a farmer who relies on fodder and bird feed in order to feed your animals on your farm. So if you are interested, I can put down your name on the list for either Calvin or Chase. You'd rather listen to the other options. Understandable, I would do the same thing if I was in your position as well. Now, for the next person on our list is Gil, the mayor's son. Now, his birthday is on the 2nd day of winter. He works at town hall and lives in Hamilton's house, so he still lives with his parents, so take that into consideration. He also likes tomato risotto, tomato omelet, ratatouille, and tomato juice, but he dislikes bell peppers, junk ore, failed dishes, fodder, bird feed, bamboo shoots, shining bamboo shoots, and toadstool. So that is something that's going to be recurrent within these gentlemen. Now, he doesn't have any rivals, or rather you don't have any rivals, so there's no one really pursuing Hamilton at the moment. But as you can see, he is quite an attractive individual. So if you decide that you find him appealing and that you want to pursue him, then I can add your name onto the list if that is what you wish. That rhymed. More options, of course. But just saying, I find him attractive too, so if you decide that he's not attractive, then that would be great. Now, for the next person who I also find attractive, so please try to refrain from finding him attractive as well, his name is Jin, and he is a doctor. Now, Jin, he has some relatives in the town as well. He is Irene's grandson and Chloe's cousin, or rather, no, just Irene's grandson. There's someone else who has a cousin named Chloe in this list. His birthday is the 26th day in winter, and he works at the Meringue Clinic. He does have someone pursuing him. Her name is Anissa. But once again, the rule as before, if you decide that you want to pursue one of these individuals, then all you have to do is tell me, and I'll put your name on the list. But you can only really choose one or two, because the amount of work you have to put into pleasing all of these men is quite costly, and it becomes a habit, or rather just homework eventually. So, yeah. Anyways, the Mr. Jin here, or Dr. Jin, likes bamboo rice, tempura, soba, herb tea, shining roasted herb, pickled eggplant, royal jelly, and puntata root. So if you're interested in any of those, then, or rather, if you're interested in getting any of those, which I don't know how easy it is for you to get it yet, but if it is easy, then then you can get it to him frequently. Then maybe you might consider finding him attractive, even though I don't want you to find him attractive, but it's okay. Anyways, he dislikes all cocoa, all lemon, all mayonnaise, Dijonnaise, or all ore, iron, copper, silver, and failed dishes like before. Now, if you are interested, I can put your name down for this gentleman. No, okay, understandable, perfectly understandable. Let's move along. That was the 4th bachelor. Now we're moving on to the 5th. The 5th bachelor on our list is a gentleman named Julius. Now, Julius is the one that I was talking about, the one who seems fabulous. Now, Julius's birthday is on the 21st day of fall. Your rival would be Candace, because she's also pursuing Julius. He is quite fabulously dressed, hence why I call him fabulous, because look at this young man. He is quite, and I also find him quite attractive, so it's just fabulous, just all around fabulous. Now, what Julius dislikes is all butter, or iron, copper, fail dish, toadstool, bamboo shots, fodder, and bird feed. What he likes are boiled pumpkin croquette, pumpkin cake, pie, and pudding. So that means pumpkin cake, pumpkin pie, and pumpkin pudding. Pumpkin. Chestnut pie and shining perfume. So he really likes perfume of great quality, hence why he's so fabulous. So, if you find any of these things in ease of access, then I would highly consider giving him a shot, because that means that there might be some compatibility there. Anyways, the next bachelor on our list is Luke. Luke is Dale's son. He works at Dale's carpentry, so he is a carpenter like his father. His birthday is on the 8th of summer. He loves shining mayonnaise, shining sushi, chocolate banana, spinach risotto, boiled spinach sauté, carrot cake, spinach cake, banana pudding, and carrot juice. The things he dislikes are all cheese, junk or failed dishes, all perfume, toadstool, shining bamboo shoot, and fodder, and bird seed. So, these are the things that he likes and dislikes. There is no one pursuing Luke, so if you'd like, you can put your name as being the first one on the list. Okay, not right now, after the bachelors have been read off. Perfectly understandable. But something to keep in mind is After I'm done reading all the Bachelors and you decide that you want to pick one that really, interested or piqued your interest, I can read off the likes and dislikes once more so that way you can really get them ingrained in your mind. And that way you can start jotting down the notes as to, what to find in and around the town. Now for the next Bachelor, his name is Owen. He is Ramsay's grandson, and this is the one that had a cousin named Chloe. His birthday is on the 18th day of summer. He loves shining sushi, corn soup, cornflakes, and cocktails. He works at Ramsay the blacksmith, so his grandfather's blacksmith establishment. He dislikes cocoa, junk ore, bamboo shoots, toadstool, fodder, and bird feed. There is no one who is interested in Owen at the moment, and as you can see, he is quite a built individual, a minor, but despite this fact, he is quite gentle and very kind, unlike maybe on the surface level compared to other people, since he does have a smile on his face. So, are you by chance interested in this individual? No. Okay, I'll keep moving on then. The next person, and the final person actually, so this is the last Bachelor. The last person is Toby. He works at On the Hook, which is a fishing shop on the coast of the town. He is Ozzy's nephew and Paolo's cousin. He loves sushi, sashimi, myriad, seafood stew, bouillabaisse, shining meunier, can't pronounce that, onion bread, and roasted herb. He dislikes failed dishes, so he's a very simple man. And there is someone who's pursuing him. Her name is Renee, and his birthday is on the 9th of spring. So keep all of that in mind. But from what you remember, do you have someone in mind that piqued your interest that you would like to pursue? Chase. Okay, let me just flip back over to Chase. Okay, Chase. So once again, to run down the information from Chase. Chase was born on the 23rd of spring. He works at the Sunday bar. You do have a rival in Maya, but once again, the people in this town are quite peaceful and shy, so if you decide to pursue after Chase, if you decide to chase after Chase, then the competition wouldn't cause any drama. It would just be more of a stalemate, or rather just like an accepted defeat on Maya's part, where she would accept the fact that she just should have been a little more expressive when it came about her feelings, because right now, at the moment, she is a bit shy when it comes to actually pursuing Chase. But the things that he likes are shining bouillabaisses, marmalade, shark fins, stews, orange cakes, orange pies, shining, can't pronounce that word, meunier, something like that, M-E-N-I-E-R-R-E, there might have been a U there, shining roasted herb, orange juice. The things he dislikes are iron ore, copper ore, silver ore, gold ore, rare ore, limestone, junk ore, iron, copper, silver, gold, rare metals, failed dishes, failed soups, all perfumes, the pickled turnips, pickled cabbages, pickled eggplants, and toadstools. Okay, now that you understand what he likes and what he dislikes, I'm going to be jotting your name right here, so that way you are now on the list for if anyone else wants to come along and know what the information is, they have that information present, and also so that way I can also keep organized when it comes to the whole who likes who in the town and whatnot. But I hope you jotted down the notes. Of course, I'm going to be here forever. I mean, that's how babies are made on this town. And if you decide that you need more help in finding out what Chase likes and what he dislikes, or by chance you end up switching your interest to another individual and you want to figure out what he dislikes and dislikes, or when the Bachelorette list opens up and you decide that you want to switch to the Bachelorettes, then of course you can revisit me and then you can figure out all of this information so that way you can find yourself a good match on the town. But other than this, is there anything that you need help with? Any questions? Anything at all? No. Excellent. Excellent. Well, in that case, if you end up thinking of something, or if you end up changing your mind once again, then you can always come to me. My doors are always wide open, and I am more than happy to help. Okay, have a nice day at Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility.